Right, so we've got quite a simple repair today. Somebody sent in an Audi Q7 key fob, and as I say, this is purely a cosmetic repair. There is nothing wrong with this fob. They just wanted it placed into a new case and the old key transferred over. So that's what we're going to do today, and I'm going to show you how it's done. This is the replacement case that we got for them. You can get these off eBay. I'll just show you that now. They're about £7 to £10, I think, if I can remember correctly. And as you can see, it's a nice new case, and it's got an uncut key, which we won't be using, but we will provide that back to the customer in case if they ever want to use it in the future. And it's just a simple case of transferring all the internals over from the old key into the new fob. Now, because these are not made by Audi, you're not going to have the Audi sign like you have on the back. But that's they can't do. They're not allowed to do that. So, it is what it is. If you try to get this done by Audi, it's probably going to cost you an arm and a leg. So you lose something, but you gain something as well. So let's get started. The other thing is, I'll show you this as well. It also comes with the two standard screws here, the Phillips type ones, and the screws on these, the original screws, they use the star screws. So I'll show you that now. So whenever I get these keys in for repair or for refurbs, I like to check them and make sure they're functioning correctly before I start any work on them. And for that, we're going to use the frequency tester. So we'll just put it on the frequency tester and we'll test all three keys and make sure they're working correctly. So key number 1, that's fine. 868, key number 2, that's fine. And key number 3. Okay, so we can confirm that this key is working fine, and we can just swap it over now. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to turn it around, okay, and can you see here where there's like a little slot in there? Just want to get a penny or a coin and just flip that up from the bottom, right? There you go. And here is the original battery and the original case, and you can see here that the screws, these are the star type screws, and you've got a larger one here. So let's find these screws and let's get this case opened. Okay, so to open up that back case, you will need a CRV T4 and a CRV T5 size star screw. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to get in here, okay, and you just want to open this up. It's quite easy. Okay, and that's that one out. We can put the screw down here. Then you want to take the smaller star screw and you want to take out the little ones here. Can you see the little ones? Right, so let's do that now. Okay, so that's that one. And here's the second one coming out. Okay. Now, this case should just pop open. Now, be careful now because there's a couple of springs, or one spring, just a spring mechanism behind here, behind this key. And you don't want it to go flying. So when you open it, just put your hands around it and just open it gently. Okay. And there is the spring. You can see that spring mechanism. Let me show you that. Let me show you a close-up of that. So there's the spring mechanism. We're going to take that out and we're going to put it into the new key. And here is the old original key. Okay, so remember how that went in. It's quite simple. It folds over like that and it comes out like this, right? So remember that it goes in this way. It just sits over there. Let's put that to a side for now. And let's put this to a side as well. Okay, so back to this. What we're going to do with this, we can actually just pull this spring off. You can see here, I just pulled that spring off. Okay, and we can put that to a side. And the case should also just pop out. So you can use, don't use anything too sharp around here. But if you use the bottom of the screw, the star screw, you can just pull that piece out. Right, and while you're here, just have a look. Sometimes you can get liquid inside these keys, sticky stuff from drinks and stuff and things like that. And if you have got anything like that, you can use some isopropyl alcohol and a little brush, and just gently brush it around where your drinks residue or liquid residue is before you put it back on, and that should be fine. Don't use anything else but isopropyl alcohol, and it should be okay. And you can see this key is in quite a clean condition, so there's no issues here. We're just gonna swap it over. Right. So we've got the new fob here. Taking this apart is exactly the same procedure. All you do is you put the penny in the bottom. Okay, flick it up, take it off, and you've got all the pieces here. Right, so with this one it's easier. They've actually left the 2 screws in the bottom out, so all you have to do is just remove this one here, and for that you will need a Phillips head like this. Okay, this is a, what's the model number, CRV PH1. Right, so we're just going to use that, and we're just going to take out that screw from here. So here goes. Okay, and that one screw is out. I'll just put it to a side, and then all you do is you pop it off just like the other one. Cover it with your hands while you open it so it doesn't go flying, and there it is. We'll use the spring, the new spring, and this piece here, but we're not going to use the key, the uncut key. We'll put that back in the bag, and we'll send that back to the customer with the key. So the way you put the PCB back in, take note of these 2 tabs here, this tab here and this tab here. Right, the key needs to fit between those 2 tabs. So can you see here, you've got 2 tabs, 2 tab holes there on this side and on this side. So just make sure you match them up, and it will go in, should go in quite easily. Okay, and I can confirm that is how it should look when you've put it in correctly. What you want to do now is you want to take that spring, and it's important that you install this properly. If you have a look here, can you see that little groove here? This is where that leg of that spring will sit. If you install it anywhere else, you're going to destroy that spring. So the way it works is grab that piece, okay, with the spring in the bottom, and what we're going to do is we're going to put that groove into here. You can see where that is, right? So that is how you install that correctly. Make sure you do that properly. Otherwise, when you put the cover on, you'll force the spring down in the wrong place, and you'll destroy the spring. Okay. Then what you need to do is take your key, right? Put it down this way. There you go. That's come all the way through, as you can see. Can you see how much it's come through? It needs to come through that much. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to twist it a few times. Okay. I'll say 1, 2, maybe one more, 3 times. 3 times should be fine. And then you just hold it down like that in place. And while you're holding it down, all you got to do is get the top case and click it on top. So we'll do that now. Here's the new case. Okay, just watch what I do. See what I've done, and that's it. Now you got to put the screw back in. So what we'll do is we'll use the new screw, the one that came with the fob, and we'll do that. What we'll do is we'll put this screw in here, and we'll screw this down. And what we'll also do is we'll use the 2 screws that came with the new fob as well, because next time when it comes to somebody opening it, they may not have those star screws, and it'll be easier to use these and to take them off. So if you have a look here, they're both the same size. Okay, and we're just going to put them in and screw them down. So as you can see, one goes in here and one goes, don't put it in here. This is not for a screw. It's this hole here at the bottom. And to screw that down, you'll just need a small Phillips. This one is CRV PH0, just for reference. And as you can see, I'm just going to screw these two down. Okay. And one thing I did want to mention is from experience, when I've done these in the past, when I've put just get the old battery out. Get the old battery out is just quite easy. You can go to the old case cover, come in from the bottom, just pop it off like that with your coin, and it'll come straight out. In the past, when I've tried to install the battery into these new cases or aftermarket cases, I did have an issue where sometimes you'd have to fiddle about with it a few times to get it to work properly. So I'm going to try it this time and see if it works. And if it doesn't, then I'll have to adjust it. But what you got to do is, if it doesn't work, what you can do is you can take the back piece off from here. What I find is if you take the back piece off from here and you put that on like that, right, then it works perfectly. So you take the back piece off, put it around here and put it on. Otherwise, if you just try to put it on, sometimes it doesn't fit. So remember that piece, it just comes off the back here. It just clips off, and put that around here and then fit the case on. And that usually works much better. And the first thing that you want to do is you just want to test the key opens correctly. So press the button and the key should flip open. And if it does, you've done it properly. Right, so to locate these key fobs online, if you just get onto Amazon and if you type in Audi 3-button key fob, you'll get a whole host of them that'll come up. Now, there are some quality issues with some of these, so read some of the reviews and try and find one with good reviews, and you should be just fine. But you can see they range from like £7 to £11. Just say about £12 is the maximum you're looking to pay. And obviously there's different types for different vehicles, but the ones that we want are the ones that look like this and like this and like this and this one here. Okay, so that's basically it. That's how you're gonna find the key online, and I've shown you how to change it out. And if you don't feel confident to do the repair yourself, then you can send it in to us and we can do it for you. We charge £35 for the service, so it's £20 for the labour, £10 for the replacement key fob, and £4.99 to ship the key fob back to you by roll mail first class recorded. So if you want that service, just contact us through the website, send us a message, and we'll get back to you shortly to assist you further and tell you how to proceed. Okay, let's get back to this refurb. And finally, just for peace of mind, I like to test it one more time once it's been reassembled in the new case to make sure that we haven't destroyed anything while we were working on it. So we'll do a quick test here. Key number 1 is working, key number 2 is working, and key number 3 is working. And that's all there is to it. So we're going to send them back their shiny new nice key fob, and I'm sure they'll be quite happy with that. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope to join you in the next one, and bye for now and have a nice day.